Did you know that a shrimp's heart isn't in its chest but in its head? Yeah, you heard that right. Inside that tiny, almost translucent shell, a shrimp's brain, its stomach, and its heart are all crammed together in the same space, so it literally thinks, eats, and pumps blood all from one central command center. It's a wild reminder that nature doesn't play by the rules we expect. It writes its own. And it's not just about weird anatomy. Take cows, for instance. We see them as simple farm animals, but did you know they have best friends? Scientists have found that when a cow is separated from its preferred companion, its heart rate shoots up, and it shows clear signs of stress and anxiety, just like we do when we miss someone. They only calm down once they're reunited. This isn't just instinct. It's a deep emotional bond, a type of friendship that science is only now beginning to fully appreciate. But what about the ultimate trick, cheating death? For that, we have to look to a tiny jellyfish called Turritopsis dohrnii. This creature has a superpower that sounds like something straight out of science fiction. When it gets old, sick, or injured, it doesn't just die. Instead, it reverses its own aging process. It literally reverts its cells back to their youngest state, a polyp, and starts its entire life cycle all over again. It's the closest thing we've ever found in nature to true biological immortality. Imagine having a reset button for your entire life. Now let's talk about a creature that seems like it came from another planet. The octopus. These guys are basically living, breathing aliens right here on Earth. First off, they have not one, not two, but 3 hearts. 2 of them are dedicated to pumping blood through their gills, while the third circulates it to the rest of the body. And here's a bizarre twist. That third heart actually stops beating whenever the octopus swims. Maybe that's why they prefer to crawl along the ocean floor. And if that wasn't strange enough, their blood is blue, thanks to a copper-based protein instead of the iron we have in ours. They are also brilliant. Octopuses are famous escape artists, masters of disguise that can change their skin color and texture in an instant. They can solve complex puzzles, open screw-top jars from the inside, and have even been observed to recognize and remember individual human faces. They're not just animals, they're intelligent, 8-armed enigmas. And when it comes to deep, complex emotions, you might be surprised to learn that elephants are some of the most emotionally intelligent beings on the planet. They mourn their dead. When an elephant comes across the bones of a lost member of its herd, even years later, it will stop. The entire family will gather, gently touching the bones with their trunks, standing in a circle in complete silence for hours. This isn't just a programmed behavior. It's a display of grief, of memory, of empathy. It's a profound depth of feeling that shows us the line between human and animal emotion is far blurrier than we ever thought. Speaking of things that defy our expectations, let's head down to the lakes of Mexico to meet the axolotl. This is the Peter Pan of the animal kingdom, an animal that literally never grows up. Unlike its relatives, like frogs and salamanders, the axolotl never undergoes metamorphosis. It stays in its juvenile aquatic form its entire life, keeping those feathery external gills and its charming permanent smile. But its real magic is its incredible ability to regenerate. An axolotl can regrow almost anything. If it loses a limb, a new one grows back perfectly. It can even regenerate damaged parts of its heart and sections of its brain. It's a living marvel of biology that holds secrets scientists are still trying to unlock. Now think about the sloth. The first word that comes to mind is probably lazy, right? Well, that couldn't be more wrong. What looks like laziness is actually a highly evolved survival strategy. And here's a fact that will blow your mind. A sloth can hold its breath for longer than a dolphin. By dramatically slowing its heart rate down to less than a third of its normal pace, a sloth can stay underwater for up to 40 minutes. They do this to avoid predators like eagles when they descend from their trees. So, the next time you see a sloth moving at a glacial pace, remember it's not lazy. It's a master of energy conservation with an aquatic superpower. The ocean is full of role reversals, and perhaps none is more famous than the seahorse. In their world, it's the males who get pregnant and give birth. The female seahorse deposits her eggs into a specialized pouch on the male's abdomen. He then fertilizes them internally and carries the developing babies for several weeks. When the time comes, he goes into labor, contracting his body to release hundreds of tiny, fully formed seahorses into the water. It's a beautiful example of shared parenting in the animal kingdom, where traditional gender roles are completely flipped upside down. Let's move on to something a bit more flamboyant. Did you know a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance? And they absolutely live up to that name. But their iconic, vibrant pink color isn't something they're born with. It comes entirely from their diet. Flamingos feed on brine shrimp and blue-green algae, which are packed with pigments called carotenoids. Without this specific diet, flamingos would actually be a dull white or gray color. So in their case, beauty isn't just skin deep, it's literally diet deep. They are what they eat, in the most colorful way imaginable. Finally, let's consider an animal we see every day but often overlook: the pigeon. Many people think of them as pests, but in reality, pigeons are among the most intelligent birds on Earth. They possess cognitive abilities that are incredibly rare in the animal world. For starters, they can recognize themselves in a mirror, a sign of self-awareness shared by only a handful of species like dolphins and great apes. They are also legendary navigators, capable of finding their way home from thousands of miles away using the Earth's magnetic field, the sun, and even low-frequency sound waves. They can even be trained to distinguish between the paintings of Monet and Picasso and to recognize individual human faces in a crowd. So they might be common, but they are anything but ordinary. From a shrimp's head heart to an elephant's profound grief, the animal kingdom is a treasure trove of the unbelievable. It shows us that nature's imagination is infinitely more creative and bizarre than our own. Every single creature, no matter how small or how familiar, holds an extraordinary secret waiting to be discovered. The world is brimming with these incredible truths. All you have to do is take a moment to look a little closer. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the wonders of the animal world. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the amazing and unexplained. Thanks for watching.